So keep thinking about the research process and all the activities and the different roles people can have before you actually, you'll realize a lot. But remember what I said, some may be there as employees, some may be there actually as co-investigators in the project. And sometimes the Iserc will want, like when we are reviewing protocols, we insist on making it clear. Who is the site PI, who is the PI in Kenya for that protocol? Who are the co-investigators, and we usually ask for the CVs on purpose. But we know who is it. Which, like now Aga Khan, we want to know even the coordinators of the projects and things like that. But the other team members, maybe the liaison in the recruitment, we don't need to know that, but it will have to be described in the protocol. So we know there will be other team members, but they're not primary. They will be employees to the project. And some, like I said, can grow into becoming co-authors, and even in future projects, they may become co-investigators. Because in the end, what we do, at least in my work, I keep growing my database of people I work with, and sometimes they work so well, I want them to be part of my phase 2 or my phase 3 of the same project or a new project. And in that one, I may give them a bigger role from the word go. They are not just employees.
They need to, just to be clear, the authors need to be meeting all 4. No, one of the 4.
It depends. For the most part, most people, for most journals, they want at least 2. At least, you see, the last one is a must. You must review the last version. Then you should have met the criteria of any of the other 2. Yeah. There I have added, for example, graduate students who are not part of my project at the end because I don't have time and they want to write and they want to learn how to write, like a qualitative. And so they will, first of all, they'll be involved in the data analysis as we finalize for the paper. They will do the lit review, and they will be the ones putting everybody together and following the, and they must review the final one. So they were not part of the project from the beginning. And then I have an additional deliverable from that project. I told someone, I mentored, and maybe they're doing their own thesis, then they start writing their own paper, and I shadow them to walk them until they write their own paper, and I don't have to be an author there. I've done that also, maybe because I'm in academia, so that is also possible. So the key thing is, if you did meet at least 2, most of them meet 3 to 4 of the criteria, but if you didn't meet at least 2, you should not be an author, be acknowledged.
So, just bringing this home, some of us are supervising residents, right? So, a resident just published something and he put me on there. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that you put me on there. But like, I'm looking at the criteria that you're giving me. Obviously part of the design, editing of the work, going back and forth. Does that really hold?
Doc, did you review the final version of that particular paper? Because you can have several papers from one project.
That particular paper, before it was published?
Yeah, the final.
No.
And you didn't know about it. But you were part of the design and the work and all that, so I'll excuse you for that. But the thing is this, actually, thanks for raising that. Because also in the academic space where I am, many of us are supervising, but I don't become a co-author on all papers, but at least most of the time, you need to be a co-author on at least one paper, because you were part of that project. So many, I always tell the students, you don't feel obliged to keep, in fact there's one supervisor who never reads anything, never barely does anything, but they're there, and maybe they helped you in the beginning or something, they may review at the end or not, but so they can be on one paper, but you might find your work is worth 3 or 4 papers, isn't it? You can even add a new, I've seen some residents join with another resident to write papers together. So you will have a new author, but they're coming at the end, and they rightfully deserve to be there. And you may only keep one supervisor on board going forward, because it's the one reading and getting it. You don't have to keep all the others. So I think it's very case specific, but the key thing is to be what we're talking about, being a person of integrity and owning up and saying, you know, actually I was involved or I was not, but you're right. They should have gotten in touch with you. No, you know better. You will be telling you when she's doing that without
don't allow that, because they can put out
so they can write something nasty and your name is on it.
And your name is on it.
You almost want to retract it.
Yes.
I'm about a publication.
It's gone into a funny predatory journal.
Yeah. It's a publication, but it's publication Bora and Bora publication.
That's a good one.
I mean,
yeah, I got a couple of those too. Like last year, I guess the last 2 years, all of the residents in our program were like, oh, hey, there's this journal, it's great, they're so quick to respond, you know, they'll publish you right away, they just ask you to change, a few little things. And so everybody in the program published in this one journal,
Oh.
and now there are some concerns about that journal. So all our names are good.
It's all right. I think
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why we're having this campus to build, and I
Yeah.
really commend you for organizing this. We're spending a lot of time, if you've noticed, talking about stuff you don't need for the Iserc committee, because we're trying to enhance your own capacities as scholars and clinicians in different ways. But maybe next time we meet again, we may just focus on Iserc, but I hope you're appreciating these conversations, because as Matthew is illustrating, it goes beyond what it is that we're here about, isn't it? Yeah.
It's tea time.
And
Yeah.
we did take a photo yesterday.
So we didn't, it was a holiday, the guy was.
Oh, there's a specific cameraman.
Oh, yes.
Oops.
Official. So he's around today, he said I should let him know, but I was thinking maybe lunchtime,
Okay,
we
that's
have some of our seats filled, so people are occupied in the hospital.
Nice.
Tea time. I'll see you back.
And as we go for tea, I don't know what we want to be next, because